Hey man, we are reacting to 1-star rated movies. How? I've never seen a 1-star rated movie. How bad are these movies? And it had the emoji movie on the thumbnail of this video, bro. How bad? Like, no. And then I see Ghostface. What are these movies, bro?
You know, I've gone over a lot of movies on this channel. Some that I liked, some that I didn't like, even some that y'all didn't like. But something that I've never
Sausage Party? Sausage Party was cool.
Is movies that the world didn't like.
The world.
And that's what we'll be doing today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be going over movies with some of the lowest ratings and the most.
The Emoji movie wasn't that bad. Come on, man. There's worse out there, bro.
Views I could find to find out people are just hating or these movies are actually just. I'll personally give them a rating.
The Emoji movie, didn't they have to get licensed for, let's say, I don't know, iPhone or something, like some apps or whatnot? Bro, Emoji's movie did a lot, man. They did as much as, you know, Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet. You know how many fucking licenses they had to go through? Oh my gosh. I think Disney made that. I don't know. I think they already had the license because that was their shit. Maybe.
Once I'm done covering each one, and in the end, I'll go over a movie with some of the most 1-star reviews ever, and possibly one of the most hated movies ever.
Why does he keep putting this Why does he keep putting the Emoji movie right here? Come on, man. This can't be
I'm getting
that bad.
Straight into the trash because the first movie I'm going over is called The Hottie and the Nottie.
Never saw that. I've heard of it.
Smooth 2 out of 10 stars and a calm, you know, just a calm 26,000 1-star reviews. Oh my goodness. This movie's in the top 6 lowest rated movies on IMDb.
Top 6.
I never seen it. But after reading some of these reviews, I had to know what all the fuss was about. Like, listen to this review and tell me you're not
how about you watch it?
Intrigued about how bad this movie could be. A guy by the name of Meeker said, "Oh my, that's bad. I am just amazed that, as of this moment, there are 554 people who rated this movie a 10. I would like 10 pounds or 20 gallons of whatever it is that has warped the mentality to such a degree. Acting, abysmal to non-existent. Script, huh? What's that? Directing,
what's that?
Not that I saw. My only regret is that I cannot vote less than 1 out of 10 stars. Like, I had to watch it, and I did. But before I give you my thoughts on it,
what was it?
Watched it, so let me give you a quick rundown. All right, so this
tell me
rom-com, which, that's how you know it's gonna be bad. Well, I
swear I've heard of this before. I fucking lie. I've heard of this before, dude.
Dude named Nate who just got dumped by his girlfriend. And since he's newly single and never really loved the other girl, I guess, he decides he wants to get back in the game immediately. And instead of chasing new girls, he wants to rekindle an old love. You know, the one that got away.
The one that got away.
That's right, first grade. Who now lives across the country and he hasn't seen since they were 6 years old. Yep. Haven't seen each other in 20 years. So this guy, Nate, travels across the nation to find her. And he does. She turns out to be Paris Hilton. And
she about to be a bad bitch.
But with one catch. She'll go out with him, but he has to find her friend a date as well. Oh, find her friend a date? That shouldn't be
okay,
so
if she bad.
And so Nate spends the rest of the movie trying to find her a date. And that's all you gotta know for me to tell you that this movie is trash.
It seems like a funny plot. It seems like not a bad plot. Why is my shit popping up? But it seems like not a bad plot, bro. It doesn't seem like a horrible plot, like absolutely dog shit. This is funny. This is funny. They're trying to go on the 2-man, and the other bitch is fucking ugly.
I'm gonna call all of them trash, but y'all, this one is seriously trash.
A 2-woman.
First of all, for a rom-com, there ain't much calm going on in this movie.
There's no comedy.
Like, it's not very funny.
It's not funny.
It's crazy because it has such a funny premise. Like, it's pretty much a take one for the team type of situation, right?
My God, epilepsy. Holy shit.
Should realistically be the one with the Nottie. Like, it's pretty funny. But this movie manages to do nothing with it. And that ain't even the only thing they messed up on. Even the girl, I'm not calling her that. The girl June being deemed as ugly, they messed up on that too. It's like the creators of this movie don't even know what it actually means to be ugly. Like, looking at her, you know, she doesn't look the best, but it's not because she's ugly. It's because she's dirty. You understand what I'm saying?
She's just dirty, bro. Look at her right here. I'd fuck that. Nigga, I don't know about you, but nigga, I'm just telling you. I don't think she looks this horrible right here, bro. I don't think she looks straight up trash. I wouldn't say that.
Because she's ugly. It's because she's dirty. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference. Like, ugly to me is like, no matter what you do, You stuck.
Ain't nothing.
I hate to break it
Nothing.
to you, but you stuck. But the stuff we see in this
Like
movie,
fucking you, who's fucking ET? Nothing's no one's fucking ET.
it's like her toenails and teeth rotting. Like, ugh, that's more gross than
It's
it is
whatever.
Ugly is different. Ugly is not.
She can
this.
brush her
Like
teeth.
Harvey Weinstein. That motherfucker.
Okay. He has a wife. I'm sure. He looks like he has a wife. He looks stressed. I can see that bald spot growing from the front.
This girl though, she just needs a dentist and a shower. And then the last
Exactly.
thing I want to point out about this movie,
This
and I don't
bitch
want to
is
speak on it
hot.
too long because it's a comedy movie and it's supposed to be ridiculous, but I got it, bro. The
Spoil
fact
the
that this
ending.
dude traveled cross country for a girl that he hasn't seen since he was 6. Come on, it gotta be at least a little concerning. At least a little bit. Like last time you seen her, y'all were preschoolers, and that popped in your mind as the true love of your life. Word? But yeah, this movie is boo boo.
That's. I mean, like it would make sense if let's say like middle school or high school, because you can kind of see what they will be as an adult, and you kind of think of them. But preschool, you can't even imagine this bitch. This bitch can be a hoe. This bitch can turn out to be the hoest of the hoest. That's the crazy part, and I think that happened to me. Yeah, she was yeah. I used to have an elementary school girlfriend. She turned out to be a slut. Let's not talk about it.
Popped in your mind as the true love of your life. Word. But yeah, this movie is boo boo. Even the ending, you would think it would be something like he falls for the Nottie over Paris Hilton.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Looks. But
that happened.
He does fall for her, but only after she gets a whole makeover and is no longer ugly to him.
Damn, come on, man. She always looked like that.
Ending? Man, this movie getting 3 out of ugly.
Wait, he started kissing on her?
It's supposed to be a happy ending? Man.
Nigga got both. He got both.
This movie getting 3 out of 10 stars from me. And I'm only rating it higher because I like his Speed Racer costume. That's the only reason. But like I usually say, that was only the first movie.
Shit.
The next one might be even worse. The next movie I got up is titled, be ready, Shriek If You Know What I Did Last Friday the 13th. That's the title. Now you may be looking at this movie how I was looking at it the first time I seen it. Like,
long ass name
from somewhere, but you don't look right. And you would be right.
Was that Snoop Dogg?
The movie you're probably thinking about is Scary Movie. But this is not that, because this movie, just like Scary Movie, is a parody of a bunch of horror movies released in the 80s and 90s. But there's a reason you haven't heard of this one. Coming in at 4 stars out of 10, this movie is definitely not as loved as Scary Movie. But the question is,
it's horrible.
Are people just hating? Is it really a 4 out of 10? Is this movie so bad that it deserves to be called the worst movie?
I've seen that girl before somewhere.
Hell yeah.
White Chicks.
Look, this movie is not
She's
good,
been in White Chicks.
The worst. It got some funny things going for it, like the killer, you know, because it's a parody of Scream. The killer never actually kills anybody. It's more like he accidentally makes them do it themselves. Like this one girl runs into a beehive and dies. Like that's pretty funny. They also got a guy named Bonner in the movie that they always call Boner, which I know it's immature, but I find it funny.
Boner.
Coolio's in it, you know, that's cool.
Hey.
Coolio, y'all. The messed up part is these movies were made around the same
Coolio.
time, but since it got delayed and came out after Scary Movie, some people called it a parody of Scary Movie instead of calling it a parody.
That nigga's a pimp in here.
Trying to parody. That's messed up. I was one of those people. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just racist. But I think even if this one did come out first, people would still think this one's a parody because the Wayans brother one still would have bodied it. Like, come on, y'all. Let's be real. This one don't got Ray or Shorty or Brenda or Cindy or even Doofy. They do got that one guy from Scary Movie 3, but that ain't the Wayans, bro. That ain't the Wayans. I'm sorry. I think a 4-star rating is too low for this movie, so I'm gonna give it a 4.5. 4.5 stars out of 10 is not bad. That's not bad at all. Especially when you consider the fact that after this movie, it's all downhill from here. Because this next movie I got up might actually be the worst one I've ever covered on this channel.
Never heard of it.
Coming in at a strong 3.3 out of 10 stars. I first heard about this movie back when it first released in 2020. And if you don't know, this junk was everywhere for like a month. Because believe it or not, there's a lot of people, mainly women, who actually like this movie. And you'll see why in a sec. But real quick, before I get into this one, I know some of y'all watch my videos with your friends or your siblings or even your parents. And I'm flattered. I truly am. But y'all gonna have to split up for this movie. I'm serious, especially if you're watching with your parents. Please, just split up, mama, please. That was your warning. All right, so this movie is about 2 people. An Italian guy by the name of Massimo and a Polish lady named Laura. And their lives are drastically different. Massimo is a cold Italian mafia boss whose father was killed right in front of him. And Laura, her life just isn't as exciting. I mean, yeah, she's a higher up in this sales company, which is pretty cool. But besides that, there's not much going on. Doesn't help either she's dating this bald freaking couch potato who never wants to do anything with her. And I mean anything, which I don't ever understand how that stuff happens. I understand if you was like in your 60s, because you know at that point,
at that point, that shit ain't getting up no more. That shit, that shit ain't going nowhere, bro.
Paralyzed. But these dudes are like in your 30s. How do you lose love for the game that fast?
Damn.
Yeah, the point is, Laura is clearly unsatisfied with her life and definitely unsatisfied by Caillou over here.
Yes, that bald fucker.
Because to get at least a little thrill in her life, she decides to celebrate her 29th birthday in Italy.
That's what they want to do. Yeah. They need, I mean, like, that's understandable. That's understandable. That fucking couch potato ain't doing nothing. But the women will go around, cheat, find some excitement, and they'll find themselves a bad boy. That's what they want. That's what they want.
I know a little Italian myself. Grazie. Prego. That's about all over the report. Because ditching your lady on her birthday and pulling back up in this fit is insane. Laura goes on a late night walk to get her mind off things in a random town in a country that she does not know. So what do you think happens? She gets kidnapped. And watching this, I thought it was Bowser who was responsible, because Laura wakes up in a castle. And on top of that, when she goes downstairs, she sees a painting of herself hung up on the wall. Yeah, that's Bowser obsession if I've ever seen it. But when she turns around, it wasn't Bowser standing behind her. It was an Italian man. But not Mario. It was Massimo, the guy I told you about from the start. Massimo, what you doing here, my boy? And this when the movie surprised me, but not in a good way. This guy Massimo comes in and not only tells Laura that he's the one who kidnapped her, but he tells her that he did it because he's madly in love with her.
He saw her one time.
Yeah, it turns out the day his father died, Massimo had caught a glimpse of Laura at the beach and couldn't forget about her. Bro, your dad just died, and he spent all these years looking for her, which leads us to now, where he drugged her and kidnapped her so he can finally have her. And for as crazy as this sounds, it wasn't even done there. Because after the dude tells her how she's not getting her phone back, he tells her he's gonna give her a chance. And I watched this thinking, oh, whew, thank goodness he's gonna let her go. He tells her he's gonna give her a chance. He'll let her go, but only after she stays with him for 365 days, aka a year, to see if she falls in love with him. And you know, at this point, I realized why this movie has 31,000 one-star reviews.
Let's see it, bro.
You telling me this dude drugged and kidnapped this girl in an attempt to swoon her? Was this game in 2020? I don't think this was game.
This was probably game. I don't know, man.
Like, just imagine this. Like, imagine this. Imagine you a dude, right? And you see a girl that you think looks good on the beach. You know, she looks good. And then your dad gets popped right in front of you, you gonna forget that girl. But Massimo is different. If it wasn't for the fact that he also got shot too, he probably would have been on the ground with his dad like, Papa, no, you can't leave me, Papa. Hey, that girl on the beach is kind of bad though. Just think about how confusing that must have been for Laura. Like,
nigga, it's kind of like, nigga, I don't even want to look at no bitches, bro.
Dude over here talking about some, you are the love of my life. I don't know you. Or at least that's how I thought she'd react, but it really is true what they say.
She liked it.
Some people will let you kill them as long as you look good.
That's what is it called? I don't know what it's called, but it's when the kidnapper looks good to them after a certain point.
Tell me why all this kidnapping and drugging stuff, this girl Laura was low-key into it, bro.
She was fine with it. You wanna know, bro. I don't know. Her life was fucking boring before, I guess. I don't know.
I'm just not the most attractive guy. But I'm pretty sure if I tried any of the stuff this dude does, it would fail horribly.
Jail.
Could you imagine
jail
me trying
time.
to sneak up behind
Immediately.
the girl the way this dude does and use one of his lines? Are you lost, baby? My eyes! Pepper spray straight to my face. I mean, really, it has to be a looks thing. You think if this 6'3" mafia boss was instead of 5'5" dude who worked at Kroger?
It's raps, bro.
No, this would be a horror.
It's fucking raps.
People let people they find attractive slide with stuff more often, but
exactly.
This is just getting out of hand. You never see me doing this. If a 10 out of 10 invited me over to her crib and she just had a painting of me in her living room, what do you think? I'm gonna just stay and be cool? Well, I'm gonna think about it. But no,
maybe.
A painting of me without even knowing me is crazy. After
you might think about it. I know you might.
I am at most seeing her only like 3 or 4 more times. 5 max. But that's it. I don't know what she's capable of. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I don't want to continue talking about this movie. But Derek, we gotta know what else happens. What did those women like about
They
it
gonna
so
start
much?
fucking.
You really want to know? Well, the thing they like about it so much, and the reason I'm stopping
That they
here,
start killing
and
people?
the absolute worst thing about this movie is that after this kidnapping scene, right, Laura starts actually falling in love with Little Bill, which is bad enough, but that ain't even the main issue. The issue is after she falls in love with him, this movie becomes a straight up corn film. Like, I'm not even exaggerating, I mean it, straight up corn. Every 10 to 15 minutes, something will go down. In the bedroom, in the shower, on a boat, which is usually their favorite, everywhere.
On a
Every few
boat.
minutes for no reason. And as much as some of y'all freaks would like to see, no, y'all gonna have to take my word on it. And that's why this movie, for all its 1-star ratings, was the top movie on Netflix and ended up getting 2 sequels. 2. And the reason is simple. This
The
movie
next
is quite literally a
365.
gooner movie for women. That's what it is. Like, these positive reviews.
That's just how it is. I don't
Remind
know.
you that some women could be just as down bad as some men. Look at some of these. Angelica gave it an 8 out of 10 stars and says, wasn't watching for the plot. Then you got Annie, who gave it
Wasn't
9
watching
out of 10
for the
stars
plot.
and says, makes you feel things, winky face. And then you got the worst one, Bianca, who gave this movie a
Fucking
10 out of
Bianca.
10 and says,
Mayo
I
Bianca.
loved it. My boyfriend hated it instantly. I told him it achieved the goal of the film when I was a by it. Shrug emoji.
When
Smile
she was a
emoji.
what?
I told him it achieved the goal of the film when I was a by it. Shrug emoji. Smile emoji.
What is that censored word?
I told him it achieved the goal of the film when I was a
When I was a... amused.
by it. Shrug emoji. Smile emoji. Sequel please. A prayer for Bianca's boyfriend. That's only a few of them too. There's some reviews in here that give you a college essay on why this movie was good goons. My female viewers
Yikes.
could never.
Yikes.
This one ends with Massimo and Laura falling in love in under 365 days. It only took about 3 before he started fucking. And Laura may be
took
getting
about 3.
assassinated by a rival mafia family while she's on the way to tell Massimo she's pregnant. Yeah, pretty messed up ending. Still getting 2
Wait,
stars
she
for
gets
watching on the way to tell
assassinated?
before he started fucking. And Laura may be getting assassinated by a rival mafia family while she's on the way to tell Massimo she's pregnant. Yeah,
Damn.
messed up ending. Still getting 2 stars from me though. Might be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But although it's one of the worst ones, I still have one more extremely low rated movie on it.
Come on, man.
Probably one of the most hated movies of the 2010s.
Come on,
coming in
man.
at a whopping 3.5 stars.
How?
The Emoji. Unlike 365 Days, where I had
Say
a
it.
girl I was fond of,
Explain.
blazing it on her story, I have never seen a single person say they like this movie. On the contrary, every time this movie is brought up, it's just straight hate. But the question is it warranted?
How?
Spoiler alert, kinda. Alright, so if you don't know, in the Emoji movie, we
Let me
followed
know.
Emoji
This
teen who
shit
lives in a
was peak, man. Stop fucking with it,
text
bro.
out an emoji world inside of the phone of this middle school kid.
This shit wasn't ass,
Emoji
bro.
world is honest.
And think about the time. The time. How long it took them to make this movie. Fucking 365 days, they just had to go somewhere. This right here, you had to make a briefcase. You had to make this motherfucker. You had to make this motherfucker where you just see them for 2 seconds, though.
Full of emojis. I mean it. Any emoji your phone has,
Thousands,
this world got it. I'm
millions.
talking the
This
count,
was the
shrimp
shit.
emoji, the eyes emoji. Every emoji.
The
all
nose
of it.
emoji.
And every emoji in this world has to behave like
This was the shit.
Well, what do I mean? The laughing emoji, no matter what happens, has to always laugh. The crying emoji could win the lottery and have 2 baddies right next to him, and he still has to cry. The smirk emoji could get the most terrible news in the world. I'm sorry, son, but the cancer is now stage 4. The poop emoji, no matter what happens to him, has to always I don't know, smell like shit. My point is,
Like
the
poop.
emojis gotta act like what they are, which already brings up an issue I got with this movie. This little rule
Super
of
hot
acting
fire.
like the emoji you are doesn't even apply to every emoji. It doesn't. Like, for example,
What do
the
you mean?
movie makes it a huge deal that our main character, Gene, is an emoji that doesn't act like he's supposed to. He's a man.
He's
emoji.
sad.
Y'all know the one
Oh,
that's like
man.
disinterested looking, the little sassy side-eye one? That's like, whatever. That one. That's the one he is. But he doesn't act
He's
like
a
that
man.
all the time. Sometimes he'll laugh, sometimes he'll smile, sometimes he'll smirk, and the other emojis in Textopolis shame him for that. This is some BS. It's favoritism if you ask me. They'll say the emojis aren't allowed to break character, but then you got the poop emoji laughing while coming out the bathroom. Like, I'm pretty sure mine doesn't do that, does y'all's? And then the elephant emoji over here cracking jokes. Like, I know they ride tricycles, but I ain't never seen one do stand up. It's favoritism.
Bro, it's like they just have to be themselves. They have to literally just be poop. They can laugh and do whatever emotion. The emojis, the ones with the actual yellow ones, they need to have a face. The face is everything.
It's some
their body is nothing.
Favoritism against the yellow emojis. And
I
besides
know.
it not being applied evenly, it also just brings up so many questions. If emojis gotta act like what they are all the time, would the kissing emoji be a hoe? Constantly having to kiss up on people? What about the people emojis? What would the white or black guy emoji act like emoji movie? Huh? You wanna tell us? I already know the Dominican flag emoji never gonna be on time for shit. It's stupid. They're stupid. The rules of this universe just don't make sense to me. But that was only the start of my issues with this movie.
Bro, no,
I don't know.
It's a simple concept, bro. I'm mad at this nigga right now. Bro, it's a simple fucking concept.
If y'all remember,
it's not too fucking complicated, man.
Even dumber. All the problems in this
He's trying to talk to a bitch.
Emojis failed to, get this, help this kid Alex bag his crush. I'm not joking. And you probably wondering why. Well, what happened was, when he was texting her in class and he wanted to send her the meh emoji, Gene made the wrong face. So when Alex sent it, his crush was not rocking with it. And I'm sorry, if all it takes is one misclicked emoji to mess up your chances with a girl, then just give up. The girl did not like you regardless. Unless you randomly send like the eggplant or drool emoji, that might be on you. But yeah, his crush was not rocking with it. And Alex does what I think any sensible person would do after a small texting blunder like this. Delete everything on his phone. Yup, off one texting mistake and Candy Crush glitching and randomly saying tasty. He wants to factory reset his
bro, he thought there was a virus in that bitch, bro. That's simple shit, bro. If your phone just started calling 911 3 times the same day, I think you would turn it off and might try to fix it.
And when I saw this,
like fuck.
Man, talk about privilege. When I was this kid's age, I had a broken Obama phone. Do y'all remember Obama phone?
Yes. I did the same, bro. Yes, bro. But like, here's the thing, bro. It was a cartoon. It was like, it made you think of not being in reality. That's the thing movies do. That's what movies do.
Those were those free phones you could get when Obama was president. I had one of those. While all my friends had iPhone 7.
I remember that. I had the same days. Yes, I have the same. Bro, nobody had no fucking Samsung. They were considered Androids. Everybody had the newest fucking iPhone. I don't fucking know, man.
You're struggling to text my mom one sentence. One. And you don't even want to know how pissed I was when Flappy Bird came out. And on top of that, it was broken. And I spent seasons with this junk. And this dude bought to reset his phone because he got custom emojis and Candy Crush acting up. Privilege. But yeah, that leads Gene on a journey where he has to survive. This nigga just talking, bro. I'm mad at this shit. Just Dance, and
this shit's
possibly
good.
Worst of all, falling for a goth girl. Oh my goodness.
I say this is a peak movie, nigga. This sounds pretty good.
Also, he can fix himself so he can become meh all the time. Mind you, all of this is happening while at the same time trying to avoid being deleted by these robots and trying to stop the kid Alex from wiping his phone. Yeah, that 3.5 starting to look really accurate. Nah. I ain't watch it. And looking back on it now, thank goodness. If I would have seen,
bro, that shit was peak
back then, I'm not even joking. That might have thrown me into a depression. That was peak sad Bart Simpson edit era. I could have.
Yes.
I'll say this though. Only thing maybe saving this movie maybe is its message. But even then, I don't think I even agree with it. From what I've gathered, the message in this movie is supposed to be, you know, the usual don't change for anyone. Just because you're different or a standout like Gene doesn't mean you should conform to society's rules and become bland. Which is nice and all, but again, this is some bullshit. Yes, I believe you shouldn't change for anyone, but if you being different leads to the real life equivalent of the end of the world, then just conform, bro. Be bland. Keep them emoji faces to yourself. This is our lives on the line we're talking about. This one ends with Gene embracing being different and who he is after having a heart-to-heart with his father, who
and now he
also expressed himself in different ways, I guess. And then right before they got deleted,
at the end,
Alex bag his crush, saving them all. Because it turns out
yes,
you don't even give a girl compliments or gifts or any of that junk to woo her over. You don't even gotta say anything at all. Just send her a cool emoji, that'll do it. But just because I think this movie's rating is deserved does not mean I think this is the worst one of the video.
It's not. It's not. Thank you. Fuck.
Movie, most of the jokes weren't funny.
Which one was the worst to me? I'm still irritated that this nigga thinks the Emoji movie was bad. What? Bro, this movie was not bad, bro. It's just like you thinking too hard about it, bro. You thinking too hard. Oh, it's privilege. Like, nigga, It's a fucking movie, man. The concept of money, it's not in this, concept of currency is not in this whole movie, bro. Except, I gotta give it 365 days, nigga. Not gonna lie. Gotta give it 365 days, bro. Just female porn. Y'all let me know if y'all enjoyed it, bitch.